What up, what up, what up? I think we're going. Are we good? Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. I'm here. I'm here. Trump is why. Trump is why there's no streaming. I was gonna stream yesterday, but I didn't because Trump. I don't even know why people care. I didn't stream yesterday because I was busy fixing stuff. Right? Welcome in, Waylon. Welcome in, Nacho, Robbie, David. Welcome in, everybody. I'm getting the game started. It'll be there in just a second. As soon as the game actually starts, because it takes forever for me. I don't know why. Oh wait, I wanted to download. I'm actually, where am I? Here. I'm gonna welcome in. I'm here at the main thing, but I was gonna start my game, but I actually want to download something because one of my favorite mods came out recently, and it was like a kind of like a ninja release because it doesn't look like it's supposed to look. Like this thing needs to be rotated. This Sopima fertilizer trailer is the bomb. It is one of my favorite things. It needs to be edited. It severely needs to be edited. But it's one of my favorite fertilizer trailers. I really need it on my other one, but on this one, you know, this is the one I need it on. So remove that. that. And we got the joystick back out. And holy crap, that's loud. We got the joystick back out. Is it that way? No, it's this way. Better? I'm trying to get rid of that little corner. It's like a little white dot corner. There it is. That download yet? Perfect. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. Just saw something. These things need to be updated, right? Rate update. Yes, nice. I think it doesn't tell you which version you have. I think I have a newer version of that one. And I have an edited version of that one. And I have an edited version of that one. This little menu, what this menu is missing is what version you need to update to and what version you have. Because those are two different things. And like if you've edited a mod, it doesn't tell you you've edited a mod. Like this, Contract Boost. I'm not going to do that. I have like the most recent version of Contract Boost. Do I? Actually, I don't. I should probably get the most recent version of my own mod. But this is something you have to do every once in a while because a lot of these modders, like myself, are releasing updates frequently. And you got to keep a track of it. You got to keep track of those updates because those updates are important. Anything else? I have a lot of mods in here, which isn't really that many mods. So let's quit out real quick. Let's get this, and then that, and then this. YouTube. What game are we playing? Square by Mod Square. 725. GitHub. Contract Boost. Copy it right there. Replace. Now I can start. Welcome in, everybody. It's Farm Sim Snowy even made it. Welcome in. Thanks for being here, everybody. I swear I'm going to start the game soon. I spent so much time yesterday just developing and making things that I didn't actually do any work. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I have to check on things that I just downloaded. I want this on today, just for today. We fixed the Rigitrack. The Rigitrack is going to look awesome now. I'll show you guys. It's really good. We might actually buy one. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Eric, how's it going? What am I changing up this time? With what specifically? Contract Boost is getting a lot of bug fixing and crazy stuff. So Contract Boost is actually really popular. It's doing really well as far from a download perspective. Like, lots of people are loving it. It's got 163,000 downloads so far. The rating is getting a little low. It's down to a 4.5, which is, still a good rating. But 163,000 downloads. It's like my number it's currently sitting at number 4 of the most downloaded mod I've made, which is pretty cool. And it's not even updated yet. But the new one supports multiplayer. And that's like the biggest thing, is it supports multiplayer. Multiplayer is, yeah. I want to get in this thing. There we go. Unfold. What the heck? Why does the unfold button show and hide like wheel well covers? That's stupid. X. There we go. There you go. How is everyone doing today? Oh, my controls are off. Let's fix the controls. Controls are not working. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good overall. How's everyone else doing? Did everyone else have a good Christmas? I'm pretty set to have a good Christmas soon. Vehicle front loader, placeable crane. I think it's crane. Simtask farm stick right. I like how it knows that it's on the right side. What is S1? No. This should be this one. This should be this one. Lower. Okay. Raise. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't make sense. It's not showing me the right thing. I can't tell if those are left or right. That's kind of dumb. There's a way to do it, but I don't remember. Let's save that and see if that works. Yeah, it's not working at all. Why is this extending and that's not what I want. I'm trying to fix the controls. How's it going? And the real ringless, what is up all? I'm about 30 seconds away from just doing it by hand. Just super strengthening the hell out of it. Crane. Raise crane arm. Okay. Lower crane arm. That's just dumb. Why would it map this to the same thing? Yeah, your remapping stuff sucks, Giants. Yeah, so you went backwards. You went backwards. That's what I wanted, but you went backwards. Controls. Come on. I'll get it eventually. Crane. Okay. Raise crane arm. This one. This one. This way. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to do one of them. Hey. Stop that. Stop that. Okay, here we go. We got it. Not really. Hey, hey, stop. How do I use the claw? Where's the claw? Come on. I really want to try to do it legit, but you're making it really, really hard. Open crane tool. Close crane tool. 31 plus S1. What's 31? Bottom one. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, I got one log. So proud of myself. I did it. Sort of. Let's get a good angle on here. I haven't used this crane in a while. Maybe if I get in. There we go. I think I can get this. I'll get it eventually. Why are the claw hands like drifting closed? Come on. That's not the button I'm pressing. Okay, the camera angle is messing with me. It's messing with my angles. I can do this, I swear. I'm determined now. I really hate these cranes too, Snowy. We're gonna do the computer way of doing it in a minute. And like I have the right equipment here too. Like I have the controller thingy. But it's just not. I think the problem is that the controls by default are not mapped correctly. Like that right there. Like, why was it twisting? I wasn't twisting it. I'm pressing the button to open it. Alright, after this, we're going to have a lesson in how to set up universal autoload. Oh, press this button. Oh, thanks for joining the Discord, the real Rengalis. I see you there. Whoa. Oh, I almost said that perfectly. So I'm on this map, and I was trying to decide, like, how do I want to play this map? Like, how do I want to play this map? First of all, let's get the hell out of this crane. That's the first thing we need to do. Close it up. Wow, I had to turn all the way around like that? That is a folding mechanism. Alright. But the problem with this map, or not problem, benefit of this map is there's no roads. But when you're transporting, that's kind of not a benefit because like right now I don't know how to get back to where I'm supposed to go. And since I took these contracts like 2-3 days ago, I don't even know where these are supposed to go. So we're on farmland 29. It's supposed to go to my own warehouse. All right, fine. JD Warner, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming along. We are having some fun on Frontier. Now, I haven't edited this map yet. And I'm not going to edit the map itself. Like, the map itself, I'm not going to edit. The one thing I wanted to do, just for fun, actually, was for me to help learn. And one of the things I talk about all the time, and if you watch any of my modding videos or you watch like the process videos on how to do stuff, one of the best ways to learn is to see how other people are doing it and then figure out what made that thing tick. Right? So when I first started editing, when I first started making mods, a lot of my original mods were, okay, I'm going to take this other person's thing, usually something from Giants, and I'm going to figure out what makes it tick. And then so I intentionally break it to change like how it works or whatever. I totally drove around. I'm supposed to go here. But the fog is confusing me because I can't see where I'm going. You intentionally break stuff to try to figure out how it works. It's like the typical kid methodology. Like, okay, how does this truck work? how does this RC car work? I'm going to take it apart and then try to put it back together. Modding's the same way. You have to be willing to try stuff out, see what happens, and then when you put it back together, not only see if you can put it back together, but see if you can fix something. See if you can make something better. See if you can change the inner workings in a small way and make it better, right? Like, that's what modding is. Now, a lot of people will mod by... Where am I going next? Going pretty close. A lot of people will mod by... Actually, let's look. 40 and 49. 40, 19 logs. Also 19 logs. A lot of people will start from scratch. But the one thing I have about starting from scratch, quote unquote, is you're never really starting from scratch. You might be starting from scratch from like a model perspective. So when you make a model yourself, if you start with a cube and start stretching and resizing that cube and adding other cubes and starting and stretching and resizing other cubes or whatever, you're starting from scratch. Sure. And there's a portion of the community who loves doing that. That's not me. I couldn't do that if I tried. Actually, that's not true. I could do it if I tried. And someday I will try. But that's not today. Other people will take an existing model, like something from Giants, and edit it. And they'll take an existing model from Giants and they'll edit it and they'll make it their own, and they'll add a feature or functionality and make it their own. You see a lot of like edited mods on ModHub that are essentially just taking an existing mod that's on ModHub and just changing it a little bit, like adding IC to it or adding new functionality, or as somebody who's a member of our channel did recently, like taking an existing vehicle and adding a bunch of stuff that Giants didn't add to that vehicle. Like the one of our YouTube members just got a mod release right before Christmas. What's his name? Miko? I can't pronounce his name. Mikolaj. He edited the Piaggio 8, right? That little thing you start off with on Hutan, and he edited it. And he added some functionality to it. He added a towing hitch. He added a fifth wheel attacher. He added extra lights. He added beacons. He added color selection to all of everything about it, so you can change the color for everything. He added engine configurations, horsepower configurations, all of that stuff. So he's changing the mod. Now, a lot of those things are not actually physical edits. The color selection, yeah, you have to do it in Giants Editor. But the rest of it, just need the trigger to get it. That's all I need. Wood transport finished. Nice. Alright, there's another one down. Another one bites the dust. I'm trying to make enough money so I can actually get my own transporter and stop using this thing, right? Morning all. Hey Kagarino, what's going on? But you learn by editing. And then that's my key. And not only that, you learn by making mistakes. And I tried to... This is like the subject of my last live stream on modding, was you learn by making mistakes. So one of the things I want to do is... I would actually like to replicate a lot of the stuff that Ola did on this map and some of his other maps. Like, number one, I want to replicate the idea, just the general idea that he created a map using engineering skills to make the map. How can I get lost this close to my own? This is why we need roads. Like, I'm super close to my own farm and I'm getting lost. This is why we need roads. Like, I want to be able to procedurally generate a map. I want to be able to procedurally place trees on a map. I want to be able to make a map just using scripting and engineering skills, which I have. I would like to do that. The other thing I want to do is I want to figure out the new systems. So this map has a bunch of, not this map, but Farm Sim 25 has a bunch of new systems. So we have these wood transport contracts. We have deadwood contracts. We have 52 and 60. I gotta go behind me. We have these new contract systems. And like this one, the wood transport one is the one that I'm seeing kind of, not really a failure, but I'm seeing a way it could be better. And a lot of that's what modding is, right? You see something and you're like, huh, I wonder if I could change it X, which is the mod itself, to do Y, which is whatever that new functionality is, right? So like, take a more concrete example. We have a bunch of mods, one of which I made, right? Yeah, we'll use this one. So this is a base game. This is a base game piece of equipment, right? And I was like, oh, can I make this mulcher into a mower? Can I do that? Right? And how do I do that? And so you ask a simple question like, can a mulcher be a mower? And the answer is yes. Anything can be anything else. The game doesn't care. It's just XML. You don't have to change the model at all. You don't have to edit. You don't have to go into GE. The only thing you have to go in GE for is setting the materials for the colors. And that's relatively easy to do. And I can show you guys how to do that again. But my thought was, okay, well, can I make that thing into something different? And that is technically an XML edit. And you're just editing XML. And all you're doing is the XML. Think of the XML as like, the XML is really the configuration for that thing. And so you're just configuring it to do something else. That's all you're doing. When you edit some of the XML, you're just changing its configuration. You're not re-engineering the wheel, right? Now, other mods I have are re-engineering the wheel, but when you're doing an XML edit, it's just, you're just telling it's one thing that does one thing to do something else, right? And that's all there is to it. Okay, so we just finished a bunch of contracts. And here's the problem that I wanted to fix. And I haven't been able to fix it yet because I haven't at the time. But, so let's collect on that one. Collect. Now, here's the rub. These contracts, I'm making a ton of money. Right? But I'm not actually... I'm making a ton of money, but I'm not actually doing very much work because I'm using universal autoload. So let's go into use a contract boost feature. Let's go change the settings. Go to general settings, contract boost, and I'm gonna turn wood transport contracts. Oh wait, that's the number of contracts. Wrong button. No, I definitely want more than 0. Let's take it up to 10. I want a lot of wood transport contracts, but I don't want to make so much money off of them. So we're going to go down to, right now it's about 400 per tree. I'm going to go down to 250. I'm going to cut it in half. Less, 200 per tree. All right? Escape, save. And that's one of the benefits of Contract Boost. So now you have the whole menu to change all the settings inside the game. And we're going to go get our forestry tractor and do that last contract with our own trailer, because I cancel the thing. Oh, look at this. Look, hold on. Hold the phone. The foundation for our house is almost done. Cool. The foundation for our house is set up, guys. Check that out. That's the other thing we have to do today. We have to build our cement factory because we need cement bags. This foundation wasn't there before. All it was these two little steps. So I don't know what's going on there, but sweet. Our log cabin is getting built. I think it's funny that your log cabin is built on a stone foundation, but you have to deliver cement to it. Not stone. You have to deliver cement. Something tells me Giants kind of missed out on that one. And also, look at our grass. Our grass is growing. Fancy. Alright, let's get our trailer. Our modded trailer. Or like this trailer. Like a simple edit. Like, this trailer is a modded trailer. And you think, well, it just looks just like the base game one, Josh. How'd you mod it? Look close. We can compare it. Like a simple modding is like really simple, easy stuff, right? Could have been lime and water to build my house. Exactly. They don't care. I could change it to build my house out of like lime and water. That would be funny. All right, so let's go look at that trailer just for fun to see what modding is. You guys want to see what modding is? Even simple stuff. Wood transport. So I don't have the original one on here. I have only modded stuff. So I have my mods only. I have a mod that's running on here called mods only. And that mod means that I can't ever see the base game stuff. I'm not allowed to use base game stuff at all. Right? That's the restriction for this challenge. So this is a modded version of the base game trailer. But as you can see, it has the same functions. I can take the crane off, put the crane on, yada yada. But mine has tire options because I wanted tire options. So now we have Trelleborg, we have Michelin, we have BKT, we have Vredestein, we have multiple tires in each one. T204s, 404s, we have twin radials, standard, whole bunch of tire options, right? Cool. Then we can also change all the colors. So we can change the color, turn the crane back on, change the color of the crane grab, change the crane support frame to be purple because that's an awesome color. And then we can change the sticker color to be blue. So now the sticker right here is blue. And obviously we change the rims. And you can have a trailer that just looks fantastic like this one if you really wanted to. And so I didn't actually edit the model. I just edited the data for the model. And that's a relatively easy change. And that's something like, if you're just getting into modding, that's a very easy thing to change. Where am I going for this contract? I'm just going around the hill. I did the same thing for this tractor. This tractor is essentially base game, but I just tweaked some stuff. Added some configurations that didn't exist. I made it priced better because Giants had it priced really dumb. Like, they have it priced so that, like, you have one configuration is the blade thing on the back and the crane. And then the next configuration is just the crane. Okay. But you have to pay $130,000 for each of those configurations. So $130,000 for the crane configuration, then another $130,000 for the crane and blade configuration. Like, well, I've already paid for the crane. Why would I pay for it again? They just don't know how to use their own system for pricing things, so I had to fix it. So some of the mods we're going to be playing through with this playthrough are going to be modded. They're going to be modded by me because there's something from the base game that I want to use. And we're going to be buying one of those a little bit later today. Trying to find this wood. I don't know where it is. I've never been over here. Yes, it's the next plot over from where I live, but I've never been over here. Okay. So we're going to load these up. I could use the crane, but I don't wanna. I'm just gonna load these up and go from there. Did you know that this trailer, I didn't know until today. Oh, it's the same price, Eric. It's just fixed. I'll show you. I'll show you real quick. If we go to here, right? So if you look, configuration of the crane plus blade is 135K, which is the same as it is in base game. But, and if I bought that configuration and then I wanted to go to this configuration, the winch and crane, I'd have to pay another $130,000. In other words, the crane itself doesn't have its own price. So the way I switched it is, so the crane, yes or no, is 125K. The winch, 5K. The blade, 5K. So if you want the winch, the crane, and the blade, it's 135, right? Which is this configuration. You get a winch, the blade, and the crane. 135, because the crane is 125, the winch is 5, the blade is 5. So if you go to winch and crane, it's 130. But once you buy the crane, you don't have to buy it again. You've already bought it. If you just want the crane itself, it's 125. If you just want just the winch and the blade, this is a configuration that does not exist in the base game tractor. It's 10 grand. 5 grand for the winch, 5 grand for the blade. You're not paying for something more than once. But their default configurations, like this one, you don't even have a configuration for just the winch, right? Some of these didn't exist at all in the base game version of it. And then there's also, like, I added color selection to everything. I added engine setups. I added a couple extra tire options that weren't there for the original one. I added I forget which ones I added. There's been a bunch. But I added some extra stuff. So, but like little stuff like that, that it's almost like Giants doesn't understand how their pricing system works. How did I get over here? I stopped way up the hill. But I just made it so it's more logical. So I'm not like, I mean, I could have just as easily made the crane $5 and the winch $5 and the blade $5. Or I could have made them all free, and you just change the configuration, whatever you want. Once you buy the machine, you get everything for free. I could have done that. I'm not going to, but I could have. And that's what it is about editing. So you'll find a lot of mods that are on ModHub or otherwise. Mostly otherwise. You don't usually see mods like this on ModHub, but you find them with not necessarily unrealistic options. You find them with just silly options. Like a trailer that takes 10 billion liters. That's just silly. I can understand a trailer that, like, you know, takes maybe twice as much when the trailer originally should have taken a lot more than it does. That makes sense a little bit to me. Or like this. Like, I would expect a vehicle that you buy from a store to be paintable. Like, that makes sense. That's not unrealistic. You could add almost any diesel engine in the marketplace. You can add a chip to it. This is a widely known thing. You can add a computer chip to that diesel engine to increase its performance. So you can have a chip. Look it up. Look up a cat diesel chip, and you'll see they're all over the marketplace. They're like 5 to 10 grand. And basically what you're getting is a computer chip that changes the engine mapping and gives it more power, more torque, more horsepower, whatever, because the default one is designed for the default engine configuration that's in the computer is designed for performance or torque or fuel economy or whatever. And so you chip it. This is totally normal. You chip it, and then you have a different machine, right? Or you have a different configuration. So adding 20-30% more horsepower is totally legit, right? So now I'm going to complete this, collect okay. And if I go back to my contracts, I don't have any more active because I just did all those. And now these more wood transports. But you see the new ones that are coming in? This one right here, this one. They're coming in. Same amount of work, but way less money. Because I've changed the price. So that's one thing about the contract boost is if you have something that's already existing, like this one. This is already existing. And but again, this is back to where we just were. Like I just did that one. So we're not going to go back and do it again. What we are going to do is we need to install a couple. We need to install and do a couple things. So first of all, we're going to get out. We're going to run around third person because it looks funny. Exactly. Chipping is totally normal. But if you chip your John Deere, you void the warranty forever. So don't do that for your John Deere. So this little area I flattened right here, this is where we're going to put in a new production. We're going to come over here to construction. Go in here. And this is the same one I used on Sri Lanka because, well, I edited it to make it work better. But this is going to be, and we're going to put it right here on the edge of our property. Yoink. And this is going to be our stone production thingamabobber. I flattened a lot. Okay, that's fine. I'll fix it. I didn't want it to do that, but we'll smooth it out a little bit. So smooth it out. Smooth it out. And let's paint it back in the way it was, because we don't need it to be gravel. Which ground texture was this? Not that one. This one? Not that one. This one? Nope, not that one. Ah, here it is. I was looking for this one. All right, and then we're gonna put some grass back in on the grassy spots. Oh, we have to paint behind the tree, behind the building already. Also, I totally forgot about that. Not that one. That one's okay. I'm spending my own money here. Actually, no, I'm not. For these, I'm not. Oh, that's interesting. For the terraforming, I was spending my own money, but for the painting of the plants, I'm not. Okay, that's fine. So I have that paint terraform anywhere thing on. And this. Longer grass in here a little bit. I wonder where this brown stuff is. Like, this little brown, like, weed stuff. I haven't been able to find that in the painting textures. because it's not here in the plants menu. And I really wish I could plant it down, paint it down. If you ever place a bush and you don't like where you placed it, you can paint down some grass on that spot where the bush was, and it'll overwrite the bush. There we go. And we need a tree. A tree would look good here. A good, nice tree. I'm gonna put that right there. All right, so now we have our cement company, and we can't see all of our. Hold on, we have to fix one thing. This is just the way I like to do it. This one. And we're missing one of the... We can't see one of the little things. There we go. It's good enough for me. Painting. That. Yada yada. Alright, so now we have a stone place, but we don't have anywhere to buy stones. Or get stones. There's no stones on this map. So we need to find somewhere to get stones from, because we need stones to make the thing, and we also need a trailer to move the stones. So let's buy stones. We're gonna buy stones. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take this guy, and we're gonna sell some wood. So we need to buy a trailer, and we don't have enough money. So we're going to sell... First of all, we're going to get a long plank. We're going to put the long planks into the house, into our thing, because long planks was needed. And then the next thing my production thing needs... Sorry, I missed your both posts there, Eric. 60K in your local currency. It was cheaper than buying a bigger one with another brand. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, you know, in all honesty. And so I think that... So whenever I do engine configurations, for the most part, I do engine configurations. I don't do, like, these 10,000 horsepower engine configurations. But I will do, like, a slight chip or something like that. Like, I'll do, like, a 10-20%, and I do it math based. So all of my, whenever I do a black edition vehicle, and if I do an engine configuration, it's always going to be 10% of the overall vehicle cost, 15% more horsepower, 20% more torque, or something like that. I use like math. Oh, just do that. Do. Sell. Alright, so now we have some money. We can buy a trailer. I don't actually think I have any trailers yet. So we might have to, like, buy one. But let's put that there, and let's go to the store. We could use store deliveries, but I kind of like going to the store. And we should paint in a road. Let's start off by that. Let's paint in a road. Construction. Alright, I love that you can zoom out now. Right? I love that you can zoom out really far in the construction menu. I think that's a really cool feature. Alright, so let's paint in a road. We're not going to use the special... Use something like this. We're not going to use the special painting tiles that have the tracks in them. Just because I want to be able to buy all this land and turn it into fields later, and I don't want to have to, like, remove the roads. If that makes any sense. And we're not making straight roads. We're making, like, 2-track roads. That's all we're doing. And Ola has, like, a script thing that he uses to make these, where he can just make this thing on a spline, and it just makes it look beautiful. Unfortunately, we don't have that in the game, which would be epic if he could actually bring that into the game. And we're going to ignore the fact that there's trees in some cases, and we're going to remove those trees. Like, that tree is a little close, so we might actually remove it. But there are a few places where you kind of want to go through straight, and there's trees in the way. Where do we want to go? Let's look at the lay of the land. So I'd say if we come around here, our land is really not the important part. Our land is over here. So if we come around here, let's come around this, let's come right by this tree, loop around this way, and then head through this kind of clearing through here for our road. Let's do that. We're gonna come straight across this field. It's gonna go straight across the mist puddle. Because there's literally a mist puddle in this game. Right here. Where did I say I was going? That tree? And the reason I put on the paint terraform, the free painting thing on here, was only so I can make this track. And if you want, we'll go and turn it off afterwards. The one thing I'm missing, though, that the game hasn't done yet, or I haven't seen yet, is place anywhere. I'm missing that mod. I probably know enough to actually make my own, but I'm totally missing that mod. I really wish they added that back in. Hey Travis, welcome in. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna hook around, like, literally right through that tree. Whoops. No undo. Not in this mode. Come on, like this. Let's go to our own property. So I'm drawing this. So I use keyboard and mouse. So I'm drawing these with a mouse. I'm assuming that I can be able to make them look better if I did it with another method of painting. This is the one I've got. This is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. Right there. I don't want to zoom out too much, or else I'm gonna, like, not, my 2-track is gonna be like 8 meters across. So yes, we're using the paint, and I think it's paint and terraform anywhere mod, which allows for painting and terraforming, and not on your own land. And I believe it allows it for free. So that's what we're using, we're leveraging. We're not paying money to do this, because we're enhancing the map. And that's just the way I want to play it. If you want to play where you're going to come in here with a road crew and spend the money to make a track like this, feel free. This is how I'm doing it. See, we have a little track. And we're going to come on through here. So we're aiming for over here. I've been doing this for a while. I found that when you're making 2-track, you want to paint it like this. You know, paint it just barely close enough where there's sometimes grass in the middle. And from a tire track width perspective, that usually feels the best. But if you paint it when you're too high up, it doesn't paint enough. So sometimes you have to come over it again like this. At least that's my opinion. There we go. Now we can spend the entire stream painting this road. And that's not what we're going to do. I'm going to leave it to about here and then come back later and just finish it off. And we'll do a track kind of circling around the map. At least giving us a basic route to get places. But for now, let's actually get the one up to finish the one up to our farm. Because that's where we were driving when we first started thinking about this. It's from the farm to the store. I never finished my thought on editing maps. I just realized that. So the one thing I want to do with this map is I want there to be more wood transport missions in more places. Because right now there's like, I think there's 6, maybe 8 unique locations for the wood to show up for the wood transport missions. And considering this map is a heavily forested map, to me, I think that's kind of not necessarily a miss, but for my gameplay, I would love it if there was more transport locations, more forestry stuff to do, more deadwood contracts, more tree transport contracts, and they're not gonna pay very well. That's fine, but I just want there to be more of them, more unique ones, because at this point, since I've been doing contracts a little bit to make money, which is, you know, how a lot of people will play. If you don't like doing that, fine. Don't play that way. But I'm doing contracts to make money, and it means that because a contract boost is on, it means that I'm just cycling through the 6 or 7 contracts for wood transport over and over and over. Like, I'm not really seeing anything new. I've done all of them at least once. Like the deadwood contracts are the same. Like, I've done the deadwood contracts at least once. They change a little bit, but the location, the actual location is pretty much the same for all of them. Come on. There. You'll also notice that I'm drawing these in not perfectly straight. Because I don't want them to be straight. Roads are not perfectly straight, especially on a forest. We're gonna put this road or this track up to the sawmill. It's gonna be as if it was meant for the sawmill, because the sawmill is now the drop-off location for those transport contracts. And it should come like this. Should loop around. That tree's in the way. There we go. There's the beginnings of our trek. We're nowhere near it because we're just off in the boonies. Let's go find our trek. It's over here somewhere, right? See how it looks. Welcome in, Artemis. How's it going? Trying to make this map my own. Here it is. Here's my little trek. See, it's nothing much. This thing has super wide tires. But do you see how like the front tires are almost perfectly sitting in the ruts? And it's just like a slight dirt trail, right? That's all it really is. It's all you need. You could make it more, but in it, you know, from my perspective, I just need a path to follow that makes sense. Right? That's all I need. I just need a path so I know where I'm going. And even like weird like dips and turns, I'll probably follow those dips and turns because like that. Like there's no reason for me to follow that corner, but I did anyways. Right? Okay, so the one thing I don't know if is going to work is I want to add a selling station. So this is where the place anywhere mod would normally come in. But I'm going to show you guys a trick on how to add something on a PC based. So I haven't actually checked out the new store. So Ola made a bunch of changes to the store in the new version of the map where it has like all these fences and stuff. Okay. So there's the warehouse. There's a water tower with a building. That's cool. Okay, and he has some pens for animals. All right. We need a selling station here. Not. Do I want it at the store? No, I don't want it at the store. I want it here. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. This is the. It's not cheating. It's manipulating your map to be the way you want. Okay? So we're going to come in here. I don't know what music this is, but it's interesting. We're going to come in here and we're going to hit save. Okay? And we're going to quit. Stay with me. I'm staying in the game. Don't worry. Then I'm coming to my career. Empty slot. Pick the same map. No. Whatever. We want some money to do what we're going to do. Farm manager's fine. Continue. Deselect all. We don't need anything. The only thing we need is something in here. Where is it? Where's my own mod? God dang it. Here it is. Start. Okay, whatever. We're going to come up here and we're going to go to construction. Oh, wrong way. We're going to buy the shop area. Farmland. Go out of my way menu. Buy the shop area for 118 grand. Yep, perfect. And we're in a new playthrough, right? Why am I running slow? Whatever, I don't care. Construction. I don't even need to go there. All right, we're gonna come over here, and we need to put a selling station. We're gonna put a liquid selling station right here. So we're gonna go into containers, and we're gonna get the liquid selling station, not the free one, the liquid one, because we wanna pay for our stuff. We're gonna put this one right here, and this one we're gonna make the old one. We're gonna make it old. I hate how that does. That's something. If you see, I'm pressing F. I need to use my mouse. Come on, game. Let me use my mouse. I like the dark one. You know what? I'm going to use that for the first one. Okay. Escape. This one. We're going to use the blue one here. This is our liquid one. Put that one here. And then we're going to come over here. Right here in this corner. Seems like a good place for it. And do this one. This is the... No, that's the husbandry one. We're going to add some fill stations to this map. This one, we're going to make F. Make this one the dark one. Put that one right there. Shazam. And then for a little bit of color in how we play our game, right here, we're going to put the husbandry one. The husbandry one is basically all your food sources for your animals. So this one is going to be right over here. Now each of these cell stations has different like stuff. It has different selling things. And do we want a different color here? We could use the default colors, I guess. Color name, nil. Giants, fix this. Color name. Nil 2 is not a color name. We're just going to use the default color. Bam. So now what this does, if you look, if we go into this menu and prices, now we have the bulk fill station on a lot of these things as places where you can buy and sell lots of stuff. Like corn, I can buy it here and I can sell it here, but it's a separate price, so it puts a little bit of competition on the market. But it also gives me, and this is the key, and this is why we did it. It gives me a place to sell wood chips if I want, and it also gives me a place to buy stones, so I can buy stones. So now we have a place to get stones on this map, right? So now I'm coming here, gonna save. Hey Fuji Thor, how's it going? We are hacking the game. Save, and then we're gonna quit. This time we're gonna go all the way out to our desktop. We're gonna come in here to this. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. And we're gonna look at, what was that, save game 8? So we're gonna open the placeables for save game 8. I'm gonna minimize it because I don't need to see all that stuff. But if we look at the end, we have these 3 farm fill stations. So I'm gonna hit copy. Then I'm gonna open the save game we were playing in, which is save game 2. If I remember correctly. Placeables. Minimize. Come to the bottom. And I'm going to hit paste. And then I'm going to hit minimize again. And then I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to change the farm ID to 0. So I don't own this land. I don't own these. They're not mine. But they're on the map. And then they have unique IDs. So hopefully they won't conflict with the other placeables. And then we hit save. And now, when we start the game back up, we're gonna now have those fill stations on our other map. And they're not mine. I'm using them as if they're the map fill stations. They're places to buy bulk products that the map doesn't supply. Ola made a great map, don't get me wrong, it's an amazing map. But there's no place to buy bulk things like lime or fertilizer or seeds or herbicide or chaff or, pig food, right? You can buy some of it at the pallet station, the warehouse thing, but that's in pallets. I want to buy it in bulk in a trailer. And the question here is, do I have a modded trailer? I have the Lizard TARDIS, I guess. Guess we can use the TARDIS for now. Let's look real quick, see if there's any good trailers. Wow, there's a whole bunch. got this. That might work. Isn't this the base game one? We don't want a lot. How much is this? $6,000 to $9,000. This is not a bad price. Someone modified the big body so it's colorable. It's good. 31K. That's not what we want. We want something inexpensive and not ridiculous. 8,000 liters seems... Yeah, that's fine for now. Install. It's not colorable though, which is a bummer. I don't want it to be Farm Tech green. I want it to be black. But I can fix that. I can fix anything. I'll fix that later. We have this one too. This one takes some stuff. This one is colorable, so I'm going to get that also. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Career. Let's get those 2 trailers that we just downloaded. Hopefully they're here by now. Yep, perfect. And start. Because we're modded only, so yeah. So yeah, so far, and Fuji's pointing out a good point. If anyone is looking for an update on the mods, I'll give you a quick update while we're waiting for the game to load. We have one mod on ModHub, which is contract boost. And then there will be, by the time vacation is over and I'm done with it, I'm almost done with it, we will be getting another... We will be getting an update to that mod. I've already added in full multiplayer support with multiplayer syncing and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff that needed to happen. I've also fixed a bunch of bugs, added a couple features. I even added a console command so you can turn debug mode on and off, which is pretty fun. It's my first time ever adding a console command to a mod. That was fun. And that's going to be coming out. And then I also have 3 other mods pending. And you've seen me using them in this playthrough. These fill stations that you can see that are now in this map, even though I didn't place them in this map. They're in this map now. These 3 fill stations are part of this mod. Now, the one thing about these fill stations we didn't do in the other map, because I didn't want to, is we need to fix the decoration. So you can see there's still, like, there's grass coming through. That doesn't look good. So let's fix that. Grassy grass. Grassy grass. Do this. That. So I'm just going to paint around it. And might add a bush or something. Bush. For some reason, I like putting bushes around the bases of these things. Come on, place the bush. Hello? Neither of those is what I wanted. Okay, now we're getting silly. It's like the randomness. Like, I'm sitting here trying to paint a bush, and it's not painting anything. It's like, what are you doing, game? That's annoying. Because now I have to undo it. Because you didn't paint when I told you to paint. Do we have this gravel texture? Hola, please. Is this gravel texture here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm not doing very good with the bushes right now. I'm sorry, folks. There. And there. And I'll find it, I swear. There. That one's good. This one needs some work. It doesn't need a tree here, but a spindly bush and a larger spindly bush. That's not large. Maybe I need a tree. How do I switch the tree? Change tree sizes, N and M. Oh, that's cool. I haven't used this at all yet. That's super cool. Changing the tree size like that? That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so now we have fill stations for stuff. It's not showing the triggers because we don't own them. But they should still work, I hope. If not, we can always fix it. But yeah. So yeah, the fill stations is also pending giants. I've had 4 mods pending since the beginning of December, and they're still pending. Whatever, I'm tired of bitching about it. But we have 4 mods pending, which is wonderful. I love the fact that we have 4 mods pending. And I'm hoping to get that number up to about 6 or 7. Oh, we do have the ability to change everything. Fancy. Yeah, we need something to be hella black. For sure. Favorite color ever. Select. There we go. And hella black. Beautiful. That's fantastic. Design 1, Design 2, Design 3. It looks like it has universal autoload built in. Bale trailer. Nice. I like this. This 8 meter cubed extension. I like how they had the meter cube thing in there. That's cool. I like that. What does the design do? Oh, the design is this thing on the side. I kind of like these like bumper things. That's kind of cool. All right, $9 grand. Good. Buy it. Yes. We have a trailer that holds loose and bulk stuff now, which is great. So what we're going to do is with our monster truck of a tractor, we're going to pick up our little teeny tiny trailer. Hey T-Bone, how's it going? Welcome in. How's the map coming? I heard that all of the fellow shanty boys are all deep in the trenches building maps. You, Matt, Brennan, everyone, they're all building maps right now. Even, you know, the token shanty boy of Mr. Cavalier Roy, he's deep in the trenches too. Yeah, okay, so I can still use it, but I just don't get I don't see the triggers. That's fine. We want stones. Stones, start. We're gonna fill up with stones. $271.09. That's fine. We got 8,000 liters of stones. Now we gotta drive our stones back to our farm and put them into our stone production. And we, oh shoot, we also, oh wait, also need water. I don't have water trailers, do I? We're gonna have to use the TARDIS one because that's the only one we have. One thing, the benefit, just so you guys know, Omatana already has a she already has a modded version of this. 200,000. No, I'll just do normal capacity. Thank you. She already has an update out for this. Update pending for this. And thanks to Dust Bunny. Hey, Dust Bunny. Thanks for being here. Thanks to Dust Bunny, that also has because she communicated over to Omatana, sent her my video on how to change colors for stuff, and then Omatana saw my video and was like, "Oh, cool, that gives me all the information I need." And then she was able to add color selection to the TARDIS vehicles. So her next version of it will have color selection. Oh, come on. There's a trailer hitch right there. And it's a pin hitch too. Seriously, do I have to fix everything? Look, there's a pin hitch on the trailer. And I'm backing up to a pin hitch. And it's not working. Come on. Oh, we got a bunch of memberships being gifted there by Travis. Travis S, thank you for the what looks like 5 gifted memberships. Wow, thanks, Travis. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Hashtag for Travis, for sure. Wait, not typing in the right thing. Hashtag Travis. Hashtag for Travis S. Woo woo. All right, well, I'm gonna have yet another trailer I have to fix. That pin hitch should work as a pin hitch, but it doesn't. So I'll have to fix that. Otherwise, I would have 2 trailers going back with me, but now I have to take 2 trips on my new road. My new little 2-track through the fields, over the river and through the woods. Let's actually drive our track all the way back to the farm to see what it feels like. Usually we would go around that little stand of trees ahead of us, but I kind of like this new route. And we didn't need to delete any trees. We have that one right there, which we're going to have to not hit every time, but that's okay. Yeah, you know, honestly, Dust Bunny, I think that part of the reason that stuff like this is getting out unfinished or still needs updates is a lot of people, modders, are just trying to get into the queue. And so they're jumping into the queue without having stuff completed or tested, because they just want to get something out. And then later on, they can submit an update. And as a modder, you know that. So you want to be like the first person to get that type of thing out. And I did the same thing with Contract Boost. I'll admit it. I wanted to get the Contract Boost out, even though it didn't have all the features I wanted right away, because I wanted to get out there as soon as possible, right? Whoa, this thing dumps a little bit slow, but that's okay. All right. All right, so this thing has... So let's dump. We're going to drop the trailer and go back and get our water trailer. Now, we do have the ability, I think because we have the automatic watering mod. I do have the ability to go in here to the cement factory and I can say enable watering and it'll turn on automatic watering. I kind of like transporting water. I kind of like having to solve that problem. So I probably won't turn that feature on right now. I might turn on later, but I won't turn on now. I really like having a road here. I'm very much enjoying the road we put in. Yeah. But yeah, so I think part of the reason they got stuff out quick and they didn't test everything. So a lot of times you get trucks or trailers that have 1 or 2 types of connections, but not all of the connections they should have. So like the one we were just using, it had a ball hitch on the back, but it probably didn't have the code in there to connect to a ball hitch, or it didn't have the code to connect to a trailer at all. That's fine. Hopefully they'll fix it. And that's the thing is, we're just sitting here, okay, as a player, hopefully they'll fix it. We tell ourselves that all the time because that's really what we want. We hope that the modder will fix it. See, even though I was the one who painted these in, I'm like religiously following them. Like even the little twists and turns that I added while I was painting them in, I'm following them anyways. All right, let's go take our TARDIS trailer. By the way, this is the Bachmann blue. I always like this blue. If you ever get a chance to do a playthrough where you paint everything this blue, tractors look really awesome in that blue. Like I remember one of the first tractors I ever painted in that color blue was like the JCBs. The JCBs, when we get a colorable one, they look awesome in that blue. So we need water. So let's go over to our liquid fill station, which is almost the same color. And let's fill up with water. Water. I hate that it looks like wheat, but that's a giant bug. That's not my fault. if I can fix that, I'm gonna fix that as an update. But right now, it doesn't appear that the way that they've coded it, water doesn't have a look. And a lot of the liquids don't have a... Like, that's a fill spout, and so there's a texture that's applied to it, and water doesn't have a texture, which is the reason why it's just defaulting to wheat on those fill things. But I gotta fix that. Or I'm gonna try to fix it. But right now, I just wanted to get it done, so it's getting into testing, and it's been sitting in testing for forever now. I might make these tracks a little bit wider. Now that I'm driving on them, they could be a little bit wider. Not much, just a little bit. The trailer doesn't fit in the tracks. But I like having a path to follow. If for nothing more than it just being a path to follow. That's super cool. For those of you who are members, who are part of the membership, don't forget, if you do want to join the Discord, I do have a Discord, which is linked here. There's a membership-only chat, and and I'm going to be releasing videos a little bit early for members. And I also, there will be, as soon as I can get it added to my stream deck. Whoa, that unloads super quick. All right, cement factory. We have water, we have stones. We want to make, what do we want to make? I totally forgot. Definitely join the Discord and come in. And every member's name will be included in the end credits for all my streams and videos. Cement bags. I need cement bags from my cement plant. Okay. That's cool. Where's the trigger? It's on this side. Cement bags. Enable warning. No. Activate. Alright. So now we're making cement bags. What's my loss for this thing? 100 stones, 50 water, 60 cement bags. So we take water out of the equation, just ignore it. We're basically 60%. So there's a 60% loss when you're crushing stones into cement, which actually kind of makes sense because stones are bulky, so there's a lot of air. And then if you crush it down into cement, which is a powder, that kind of makes sense that you lose volume because you're losing air. So that does make sense. That's a good recipe, as far as I'm concerned, because I'm the authority on recipes. You know. The next thing to check is can we fill up from our little pond here? Now, I don't know if we can fill up here. This pond seems pretty deep. Oh, I haven't spent any time, like... Yep, we can fill up with water. I haven't spent any time driving or messing with the water. But damn, that looks so good. It looks even better on this computer than it did on my old computer. Slightly better video card. But dang, that looks good. Fantastic. Let's get a little bit more water so I don't have to think about it again. Park the trailer behind the building and never have to do it again. Or not have to do it for a while. Not easy to... I wonder if I can fill up water from the stream part. I can. I don't even have to go in the... Oh, I just saw that for the first time. There's a difference. Look. My tires are wet too. That's great. Oh my gosh. But when you drive through this, like the foamy water, It has foamy, like, foam coming out of the tires. Watch, right here. Right here. See that? There's, like, foamy splashes from driving through the shallow water versus, like, sinking your tires into the deep water. Oh, I can't wait for Calmsden. I don't think I'm going to play Calmsden again. But there's this, like... I don't know if you guys remember, on Calmsden, to come back from, like, where the store and the BGA and stuff were, there was this, whatchamacallit? There was a water crossing. There was a water crossing in that area, and every time I went through that water crossing, I thought to myself, damn. Wait, hold on. 7,000 liters? What? Oh, okay. I was paying $10,000, but I'm only getting 7,000 liters. I thought I was paying $10,000 for 10,000 liters. Okay, that's fine. But there's this water crossing you drove through all the time, right? Hey, J Meister. And I always wanted to be able to drive through that water crossing. I wanted to just, you know, hit it real hard, like drive through it super fast, smash into the water, and just splash water splashing everywhere, and like to see the wake of my tractor going through that thing, right? I always wanted that. And like when I found out they were gonna have water physics in this game, I'm like, that was like my first thought. It was like, sweet, now the water crossing in Calmsden, or like the flooded area in Calmsden, or I don't think he's bringing Middleburg back, but if Nitro Dad brought Middleburg to 22, 25, like there's a whole area of the town that floods. I would totally love to see that, to be able to drive through it. Oh, and look, the tires are slowly drying off, and they're clean now. That's epic. That's today's new favorite feature, is the water. Look, because I was driving in the right side of my tractor into the water, the tire on the right side is still wet, where the tire on the left side is dry. You know, for all the complaining I do, I think that some of the new features that Giants spent time adding are actually really cool. Some of them are a little bit... I'm not sure why you wasted so much time on that, but some of them are pretty cool, like the water and that... Like, I'm really digging that water stuff. This is my first time experiencing it. I'm digging that. I'm also digging the fact that I think that they added in the REA dirt in this version of the game. Does anyone confirm that? Did they add in the REA dirt color into the base game, where if you're like mowing, the dirt on your tractor shows up as green, like grass colored dirt, versus dirt colored dirt from mowing grass? I hope they added that. I really do. So one feature of the new fill stations, and this is a new feature, so we haven't talked about this yet because it's not out yet. I'll do a whole video on how this works. But if I fill up here with stones, right? I'm filling up with stones. I just bought some stones. Now if you look, if I just pull forward just a little bit, see how it says dump? I spent $279 on buying stones. If I just turn around and sell those things right away back into the same thing I just bought them from, while we wait for the tractor to dump. Thank you. I made $656. So I spent $279, and I made back almost double the amount. But wait. What if I did that with something like... something expensive? Like... solid fertilizer. I just spent $5,000 on solid fertilizer. 5,428. Now, if I tip it back in, sell it right back to the same thing I just bought it from. $13,000. Booyah. So, all of the farm fill stations are selling points and buying points. You can buy and sell the same products from those sell stations. So, whatever products it sells, you can also... whatever products it sells to you, you can also sell back at that same thing. Which means that these will show up in some of your missions as the delivery point for wheat or whatever, and that's fine. But it does give you a kind of a bonus. And the reason I did it is because I want people to use my mod. Cool. But it gives you a bonus sell price for just about everything. And there's a few little things in there, and I'll let you find what they are, where it gives you way more than anywhere else in the map for a few items. There's like maybe a dozen items between all of the sell stations that are significantly better sell prices than anywhere else in the map. And the buy prices are always 30% off. And yes, that is the fill station that you can sell pallets of goat milk to. So it's not that one. That was the bulk fill station. You need to do it to the liquid fill station. That's the one that I placed. We can zoom over to it real quick. No, it's not the menu I wanted, and I didn't want to save right now. Come on, construction. With the new construction menu, I can just zoom over there real quick. So there's 3 that are here, right? This is the bulk one, and the bulk sells bulk products. Anything you can put into a bulk trailer, essentially. There is the husbandry one, which just sells husbandry products. So think of it like food for your animals. All the food for your animals sold here. Food and things to make food. So ingredients, like all of the ingredients, if you want to make your own TMR, you can buy all the ingredients to make TMR there. Except for like all the ingredients for pig food, because that recipe is always kind of weird. And then this one's the liquid one. Now this is the liquid one does have in the update, not the current one, but the one that's the update that's on GitHub and will be going to ModHub soon. You can sell pallets of goat milk here. So I don't know if, we can check. I don't know if I have the update on here. G for goat milk. Goat milk. Yeah, so the goat milk you can only buy at the warehouse on this map, and you can sell it at the farmer's market if it's bottled. But the actual pallets of goat milk you can't do anything with. But I'll put the update on here so that you can do it. But right now the update isn't it. But you need the liquid fill station. So the liquid fill station is the one you want. And there's also, I didn't actually show you guys. If you go into construction, there's 3 versions of every one of those fill stations. So there's a silo version of all of them, which is 100,000 liters, right? And there's dozens of colors for these. You can do whatever color you want. Come in here to color, whole array of rainbow colors. But the silos take the same type of products, the same list of products, so liquids, bulk, husbandry, blah blah blah. But they're a silo, so you have to fill them with your own products. And then you can get out. It works just like a silo. 100,000 liters. And again, there's the field work one, a liquid one, a husbandry one, and the bulk one, right? And then we go over to containers, and we have the field work fill station, the husbandry, the liquid, and the bulk. Now, these are the fill stations that you actually have to buy from. You have to spend money to buy the products. They're not free. So you pay a little bit less. So these are only 5 grand. The silo was 10 grand. And then if you scroll down a little bit, we have a few more. This is the free fill station. So everything you get from this fill station is free. It's all free, but you pay more up front, 15 grand, which is more than the original one was, I think. You pay more up front to put this down on your farm, but once you put it down on your farm, it's as if you have a deal with the producer of those things. So if I put down the free husbandry fill station, I have a deal with the animal dealer to give me free food because I'm always taking care of his animals. Play it however you want. It's free. So there's 3 versions, free versions. There's both free versions and 3 versions of each one. And that's the biggest benefit of the fill station is that there's multiple versions. And every single one of them, except for the silo, is a sell point. So you can sell stuff back to them as well, which is really handy. And the same thing, I've done the same thing with the sawmill. Now, if you guys are new, and I know there's a bunch of people here who are may or may not be new, but the sawmill that I have right here is also one of my mods, and this is the one that's on ModHub. If we go into construction mode, we talk about it real quick. You have the sawmill. You have this one, which is the one I have up here, right? Which is a production. See? Yada yada. Same thing. The production is a production. It produces pallets, and you can see the pallets stack up on the side right here. On one side, it makes planks, long planks, and wood beams. That's it. It doesn't make prefab walls because logically, in the real world, you can't make prefab walls from a band sawmill. It don't work that way. Prefab walls are made from MDF. MDF is a powdered... It is a type of material that's made from sawdust. You can't make that at a band sawmill. This is the only kind of stuff you'd make from a band sawmill. So anyways, there's a production. The one thing that to make sure people understand is there's also other versions. If you go into the selling points menu, there's 3 more. All of these can be changed to be old and rusty if you want. But there's 3 more. There is this one, which is a sell point. It's a sell point only. You can only sell stuff to it. But it gives you a bonus, because it's me. It gives you a bonus for selling. This one's really great if you're just doing a lot of forestry and you don't want to transport stuff all the way across the map. Just put one of these down. 2 grand. Come on. And it sells just like a regular sell point. Whereas you have to get logs into the right length. There's this buy point. So if you want to build a construction site like this, drop one of these babies like right next to it. Boom. And you can buy all your pallets. Every pallet you're going to need, including prefab walls and wood chips and stuff like that. Any pallet that you're going to need for a construction site, you can get from this one. This is a buy point only. And then the one I have placed down here. Where is it? I got lost on my own map. I'm still lost. What the hell? Here it is. This one that I placed here is a buy point and a sell point. So you can see that one side is orange or yellow and one side is green. The green side is always the selling side. The yellow side is always the spawning side. I'm trying to make this a thing. So green for selling, which is actually the FS25 green. And yellow for spawning. So this is a buy point and a sell point. And one of the cool things is this is new to this version of FS is if you look, all of these are stickers now. They're called terrain decals. And if you notice, they're not perfectly flat. They contour with the terrain. That's actually a new feature for FS25, which allows me to do this, where the sell point is actually on a slope. I don't flatten this side of the sell point at all when you're placing it down. It could be on a hill if you want. So as you can see, this one is actually on a hill. It's not perfectly flat. I can paint inside. I can terraform inside. It doesn't matter. And this is using the rusty but trusty version. But come in here, buy pallets if I want. The pallets are at a discount. So if you buy them here, it's going to be cheaper than buying them from the warehouse that's on the map. And then this is just your normal sell point. So That's the other one, which is on ModHub, or rather, it's been pending ModHub testing since December 2nd. So 26 days now, 25 days. What's today's date? 25 days now. It's been pending testing, and I know Giants is on vacation, so it's not going to get tested anytime soon. But hopefully, when they come back, it'll start going through testing and all of that stuff. This song is just too much. Next, please. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I'm delivering stones to my little stone factory. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my farm on this hill here. And I'm going to space out the buildings and make little flat areas and like make it kind of build along this hillside. I'm going to build with the hillside. I think that's my plan. But that's also pending testing. And then the other one, which I've also used on this playthrough, since we're using mods only, I'm going to use a lot of mods only stuff, is the mods only mod. That's actually also pending testing. That was submitted to Giants. So you can do the same kind of playthrough if you want on PC. It's really weird to come into the store and be like, oh, to come into the store and be like, oh, I want to buy a tractor. Where are all the tractors? They're gone. Like, I can only buy small and medium tractors. I can't buy any large tractors because I don't have any mods for them. This basically turns off every base game piece of equipment. You can only play with the mods you've downloaded and installed. So, like, it's funny because you get this truck, category trucks, and you have this international here. I can't, like, this Volvo doesn't exist. So, Giants, you need to fix your code. Because technically, the icon for the category should be available. So technically, this icon here for this category should change. I might actually fix that for them. But maybe later. That one's also submitted. That one's been submitted since the 10th, I think. Those are all pending. And I have an update to Contract Boost, which is also pending. Let's sell some wood chips. I want to make some more money because I want to buy that international. I need 44 grand. What can I do to... Whoops. I have a little bit of a equipment problem here. I need a shed. I actually want to buy this land over here so I can use that land for a shed. Put a shed back there. That's kind of why I'm storing my equipment there. Sawmill, fill with wood chips. I wonder where I should sell my wood chips. I don't know. Let's look. I'm totally being facetious, but... Facetious? Facetious? Wood chips. Where should I sell my wood chips? I can sell them to the farmer's market for $5.36. Or I could sell them at my own industrial sawmill warehouse for $8.19. I think I'm going to sell them for $8.19. As I said, better sell prices for selling your goods. And I'm even on a hard economy, so it gives you, it's like a 20% increase. It's kind of like someone like, you know, like a shouter or a crier. What are they called? Those people who just stand outside the store and be like, hey, come in here. I'll give you a deal. I'll give you a deal. Come on. I want your business. Give you a deal. It's like that. I'm just going to forever be trying to be your crier and giving you a deal for buying from me instead of buying from someone else. That's the goal. All right, so we got our production going. I don't remember how fast this production is, and since I haven't written the production boost mod yet, there will be a production boost mod, by the way. If you guys don't know about the production boost mod, production boost is a mod that I wrote for 22 that I never released, but I'm planning on releasing it for 25. Then this is the last mod that is pending that we didn't talk about, and this is the Bednar Batwing MM8000. And if you look, it even says Batwing on it. Look at that. Look at that fancy logo. Even says it on the end too. I don't know if I can get up there. Nope. Actually, if I unfold. There we go. If I unfold it, see? Bednar Batwing MM8000. So this is the Bednar Batwing MM8000. This is my mower that I've made. It is submitted to ModHub for all platforms. And this mower has a little bit up its sleeve. It has work modes. And so if we toggle through the work modes, we have a mower mode, which just mows like normal. A brush hog, which both mows and destroys bushes, like a brush hog would. It has a swathing mower, which will mow and output a swath out the back. It has a mulcher, which is the original intention for this piece of equipment. This is the Bednar MM7000. You can look at it in your store. Mine, I don't have any mods, so I don't have any base game stuff, so I can't see it. Otherwise, I'd show you. It has a stump grinder, which is basically a mode where you can go around like this. Even with it raised, it'll still work. Actually works better when it's raised, and it'll grind your stumps. As long as you cut your stumps low enough to fit the deck over it, it's basically a 7-meter stump grinder, which is pretty freaking awesome. And it has a destroyer. The destroyer will both mulch and stump grind at the same time, which is kind of crazy, but it just gets rid of everything that's on the ground. And we will be adding one more work mode to this in the future. I haven't done the work for it yet, but I'm also planning on adding a conditioner to it. So you'll be able to mulch. So you'll be able to either have a conditioner which just mows and teds at the same time, or a swathing conditioner which will mow, ted, and swath all at the same time. So I'm going to be adding those two work modes to it soon enough. But I haven't added them yet because I'm busy with other stuff. So, but yeah, that's the Bednar Batwing, and that is also in testing and waiting for Giants approval. Hopefully, once they get back from their quote-unquote break. And the last thing I wanted to do was check the status of our field. We have a grass field here. And we are not fully fertilized. So let's fertilize this thing. Because I'm super good at backing up to fertilizers. I don't know why that was open. Oh, I see. There's a little bit of a ground color change. Not much. A little bit. You can kind of see it from like certain angles. You can see the ground color change. I kind of don't like how the grass is really patchy at this growth stage, but it looks more like a crop than grass at this growth stage, but whatever. It is what it is. It's grass. Insert alien grunt here. Yeah, exactly. We just, all I do is make things better. You know? I just fix, enhance. And you know, the Batwing is a great example of that kind of mentality of, I wonder if, with a little bit of a hot, I wonder if, and a, you know, hold my beer. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, if I look, the sawmill and the farm fill stations have been pending since the 2nd, and the Bednar Batwing has been pending since the 4th of September. I'm sorry, of December, and mods only has been pending since the 13th. So I'm hoping for all of those. I'm really hoping February, maybe. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Giants right now. They're just weird. I'm seriously thinking that what we used to see is like this, you know, 2 to 3 week testing process is going to become like a 2 to 3 month testing process, and that you're going to see a huge slowdown for the number of mods that are released specifically for all platforms. I don't know why that's happening. And in all honesty, it's the console players that are losing out. Right? Because they have to wait for Giants. They can't just download mods. They have to wait for Giants. So yeah, it is what it is. To answer Dust Bunny's questions, are all my mods on GitHub for PC use? So all the ones that I have on GitHub are no, they're not necessarily for PC use, but the only way to get them onto a console is to go through ModHub. So, like the Bednar Batwing, that's on my GitHub. The latest version is on GitHub. It's there. You can download it, but there's no way to actually download that onto a console, if that makes any sense. It is an all platforms version, but there's no way to get it from GitHub to your console. So all my mods are on GitHub, regardless of whether they're intended to be all platforms. But the ones that are all platforms, I have to wait for Giants. I have to wait for them to test and approve and release. I have no control over trying to get stuff to console faster. There's just nothing I can do. Me or anyone. There's no one who can do that. No one who can bypass that current limitation. Here we go. Nice and fertilized. But for the most part, what's on GitHub is the intended, what will eventually be on either will be on ModHub when it released, or will be on ModHub when it eventually releases with the updates. So right now, the farm fill stations already has an update on GitHub that I haven't even submitted yet because the original one hasn't gone through testing. And the sawmill, I think the sawmill doesn't have an update. The farm fill stations do have an update already. And there's one other one. There's something else that already has an update. Contract Boost already has multiple updates. So if you want the latest version of Contract Boost, that's definitely going to get it. But that's going to be it for me today. We just kind of messed around on the farm. We got our hopefully our cement production. How's it going? I don't even know. Cement bags, storing. It's not very fast. 300 liters. I think it produces like 2 or 3 pallets a day. Because it's a small production, it's not going to produce fast, but it should produce enough to keep our little construction site going. Hopefully. Well, yeah, that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to go and spend some time with the family. Keep doing some mods, and maybe if I can finagle it, come back for another live stream tonight, because... Where's the camera? The wheel is coming today. My new wheel is coming today, and if I get the wheel, I want to try to set up one of those overhead cameras that shows like what the wheel looks like. I've never played with a wheel before, so I'm actually really excited to try it out. So hopefully, cross my fingers. Hopefully we'll be able to do that tonight, and maybe we'll do that over on Hutan Pantai. But thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you for coming in. 16 awesome viewers, current viewers is great. Welcome to all the new members. Don't forget to join the Discord if you want to know more, if you have suggestions, if you have ideas, if you want some help with modding or anything like that. Join the Discord. I am above all here to help the community. Everything that I do is not for me, it's for you. And so if there's anything that I've done, you want to be like, how'd you do that? I will teach you exactly how I've done every single thing that I've ever released for FS22. But you have to be willing to learn, and you have to be willing to try it yourself. I'm not going to do it for you. So don't take mod requests. I don't take, hey, please fix this. I'm not going to fix other people's broken crap. That's not me. I'll teach you how to do it yourself if that's what you want. So jump in the Discord. I'm super active over on Discord. And for now, today, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch everyone next time. I really got to get auto load on that trailer. I don't know why it's not working. Bye-bye.